back in the saddle again.
Oh no.
Back in the center of the universe.
Hello,
guys. How you doing?
welcome. Ian is back with us.
Ian,
Hey.
how
Hi.
you doing?
Hey,
What's-
it's nice to be back.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
It's nice
It's
to
wonderful.
be back.
It's wonderful. So
Something to do.
it's 11:11. Perfect time. You got any wishes you guys want to make, or
Christ.
you guys
Live
believe
long and
in?
prosper.
You guys believe in wishes? Wish in one hand, shit in the other. See what
Yeah.
fills up faster.
Actually,
you know
I
what I'm
think,
saying?
Exactly.
yeah, that's one of my mottos. I think that's actually on my Facebook. My grandpap said that
My
all the
grandpa
time.
said that on his
Oh.
deathbed. He was like,
Oh no.
Dude, no. If I shit on your plate, you'll eat it. You know,
Wow.
shit like that. Oh, I love my grandpap.
wow. I didn't think he was into that type of shit, but
No,
alright.
but he
Mean
was like,
motherfucker.
you know, it's like, ooh, I don't like that. If I shit on your plate, you'll eat it. You know, and it's like, shut the fuck up and eat it. You know, he came back from, you know, living in the depression though. So
Right.
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like, no, you'll shut the fuck up. And he had 5 kids, so it was like, you know, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's some hard shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's-
He carried a strap every day.
Well, most of them did. My grandpa did.
what, carried a gun.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
sure.
he was one of the paper guys. He drove the trucks and shit.
I mean, my pap was
Dude,
me.
he
my,
has some fucking stories. Like,
I mean, my pap
Like
was.
what?
oh, okay. You know how they had on the back of the trucks they had like the rails. You know, it was so like, you know, your second guy or whatever could come off, but it was usually just one. The kids would skitch on the back of it. They'd like jump on and ride it for a few blocks.
Yeah.
We put a fucking small battery and hooked it up to the 2 fucking things and shocked the fuck out of people.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
That's like an
amazing.
evil motherfucker right there,
Well,
dude.
stay off my fucking truck.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just kids having fun. Or were they street hoodlums at the time?
I don't know.
You know what I
He
mean?
didn't care.
Yeah, what were you saying about your pap, Brian?
Like he was similar to what Ian was saying, but I mean, he was really nice too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Because he got
So
out of
was
that
mine.
shit.
I mean, my dude wasn't cold-hearted. you
No,
know?
not in the slightest.
Yeah, my dad's dad made him dig holes in the yard, like in that book Holes.
Yeah.
And he made him dig like huge holes in the yard. I think that's why my dad's such a fucking asshole sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he had a
That makes
my grandpa's
sense.
hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he went to the military,
Well, yeah,
Air
I'm
Force,
sure.
blah blah. He was fucking. I don't know. Yeah, but that like ruins people. They're too hard. They're like a hard shell. You know what I mean?
It kind of does, but you
It's like my grandpa's like I don't even know my grandpa because he doesn't talk to anybody. He just drinks and shit. And like
Was he
most
in a
people out of
war
the
or
military.
something?
Fuck yeah,
What one?
Which one?
too.
World War II.
II?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's a pilot, but
I think my
still, like
grandpap
all
was
of
in
them
the
drink,
Korean.
dude. All of them drink. Like everybody from the war is fucked up mentally because that shit is just so crazy to go through.
Yep.
Shit's
And,
on
and
backwards.
especially when you find out what it's for and like who starts the war in the first place. That's the fucked up shit. Look that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
America has done like is responsible for almost every war to date, like the Vietnam War, World War I, World War II. We antagonized absolutely every one of them to get resources.
Oh, please, I know.
Like, how do you feel about arming teachers after like all this stuff has went down?
Arming teachers now.
Like, not like we're gonna give these teachers a gun. Like, no, you have an option. If you're a teacher and you have a gun, you can bring it to school to protect yourself and protect these kids.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I-
If you
Hell
already
yeah.
have a gun, you should be able to definitely take it to school with you. Well, I
Well,
mean,
even
people need
like-
to get a mental evaluation
like these
before they
cr-
do shit like this. Like,
Well, yeah.
like, before you
Well,
get your gun, there shouldn't be just no sign and buy. It should be like, are you sane in the head before
well,
you can
no,
buy this,
even
sir?
like the weird shit
Yeah,
that happened.
You know what I mean? They're
please.
just like, here's your gun. Have a good day.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Hey, can you turn me down just a hair? You guys are like blasting me.
I don't know.
What, headphones?
Yeah, just turn down my headphones a little bit.
I don't know how I feel about guns.
There, yeah, there we go.
There you go.
All right, how I feel about guns.
How do you feel about guns?
Well, no, how do you feel about teachers arming themselves.
Yeah, that's
to
what it
prepare
is.
for,
Okay. Well, first
like,
of all,
prepare
first,
for somebody like coming in. And
I think
the
guns
fact-
are wrong in the first place. I don't
You
think you're
know-
going to solve anything with more weapons, though. This is the
Well,
thing.
But if if somebody comes into a gun-free zone, they know it's a gun-free zone. That's like if I know if I go up to Ringgold, there's probably going to be there might be a security guard or two with a gun,
yeah,
but everybody else ain't got a gun.
yeah.
You know, I could go in there and lay waste. Not like I'm going to. You know, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm a
just
perfectly
giving a
sane person.
Yeah, just giving a scenario, you know what I mean?
But you
Right.
know, you have the potential for a lot of wrong to happen, but then you also have to look at the person and where that's coming from. Let's say you have college students and they're allowed to bring guns, teachers are allowed to bring guns, and you know all these people are sane, law-abiding people. They
Yeah,
all
but you
have,
don't know if they are.
But what if they are and nothing happens?
Listen, if
But
you're
what if you know?
in a case like that, I would definitely get psychic psychic evaluations.
please,
not
that's
psych
what I've been trying to
evaluations.
say.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
That's what
go with what you're saying.
That's what I was-
Ian, stop cutting Brian off when he's trying to talk.
That's what I've been trying to say for like a second. But what I've been trying to say is like how I feel about guns is like everyone should have a right to own one, but you should go through like a psychiatric evaluation.
Absolutely.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
oh yeah,
Especially
I'm
if you're
saying?
gonna have it
In guns
around
in
kids.
guns with teachers, I don't think teachers should have guns. I think there should be security guards, at least one or two, depending on what
There are.
grade
There
of
are.
school
There
they
are
should
too.
be. They should be armed.
Yeah, they are. there
Teachers,
are
no.
too, but they're always like some half-ass security guard that's like 90 years old, like we
yeah,
had.
doesn't
you've
even
seen
matter.
Someone that would just get popped in
It
2
doesn't
seconds.
even matter.
Yes, it does
It
matter.
doesn't even matter.
Because if
Well, that's
if
the thing.
teachers
What
had
if you
guns
do
and they
have
could carry,
the two
then
security
it would.
guards get
it-
popped or something.
Yeah, it doesn't
But
matter.
what about the crazy teacher that's having a rough day and like passes psychiatric evaluation 40
yeah, but
years
that's just
ago?
saying the guards. That's just saying the same thing for the guard. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
It could be the same thing for the guard. The guard could go crazy one day and be
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna kill everyone." It's just people. You just like you have to like depend on people to not shoot each other, and that's ridiculous. Like we're at an age of man. You should
okay.
we should be past
Yeah,
this.
that's a perfect.
Well,
that's a perfect
depending-
statement. You have to depend on people not to shoot each
It's
other.
fucking
in an
ridiculous.
armed
This world is
state.
and
crazy.
well, that's what I'm saying. Don't expect people to like just not shoot each other if you arm everybody.
Exactly.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But if no one
yeah.
has guns, no one, and nobody has guns.
Well, I
not
mean-
even the police have guns. No one has guns. Just imagine that world. You know, you can't.
People
you can-
always
you
find
can
a way
have
to
it,
kill each other.
You can have it.
Yeah, but
but-
then you see people getting killed with different things.
Yeah, people
Like,
are
look
always
in
going to find a way
Britain,
to.
dude.
That's not
Britain
the guns.
doesn't have any
Guns aren't the
guns,
problem.
But
They
you
don't.
still find guns in
Guns
Britain.
don't shoot themselves, as
Yes,
I always
that's what I'm
say.
saying. Guns aren't
Guns
the problem.
aren't
People
the
are
problem.
the
People
Yeah.
are the problem. It's all on a psychological level, and we
Exactly.
need to
That's
fix
what I'm
these
getting back
things
to.
before we ever arm ourselves against any other.
Oh, you're on
human beings.
antidepressants. You cannot own a gun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Nope, you cannot.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry.
Cut off.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you have like a history of anger problems and outrages.
Oh yeah. Oh
and,
please.
No,
Well,
if you're an alcoholic,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be able to own a gun. Are you
One
kidding
DUI,
me?
none.
Are you-
Done.
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
done, no gun.
yeah.
No.
One DUI done. One
No,
one
it's-
anger management test. One rehab. One
I don't
one-
know about one.
One strike,
One-
you're out.
one divorce. You know, come
Wow.
on, please. Let's
Yeah.
let's go.
Well, I mean, that's just limiting people, and
Yeah.
that's never
Well-
going to fix anything. Limiting someone is never going to fix anything because it's just going to break out.
Don't fuck up.
It's like a Catholic schoolgirl. You know,
Don't fuck
they're,
up.
they're the ones that want to fuck the most
Don't
because
fuck
they're
up.
so
Yeah,
repressed.
But
If you repress people, they're just going to do the same
It-
thing. They're going to break open
it's
like
such
we always
a
have.
weird subject. That's why it's like I didn't really want to talk about
People can't be
Yeah.
repressed. It's just like we have to fix the problem at its core, and it's not the guns, it's not the weapons. Like those should be used for self-defense if like the mind of the person is right. But the problem is nobody's mind is right because
Nope.
we're getting fed garbage through the television
Yeah.
and being confused from 10 different sources, one of which may be true, but the rest are usually just bullshit.
No.
You know what I mean? Like this world is just trying to lie to you and confuse us because it knows that we're so intelligent that we could be so peaceful, but yet like we could be so peaceful together, but they keep us apart so the powerful stay on top.
Of course.
You know what I mean? They
The
keep
rich
us
get
fighting.
richer.
they
The poor get poor.
Yeah, they keep making us fight each other. Like, oh, you're white, he's black. Now you should shoot each other. It's like, oh yeah, you can deal with your crimes or your little shit on the lower levels, but we don't have to. We'll just let you kill each other. You know what I mean? Like that's what the guys at the top are saying. We're just opening up, like that whole case with that Hispanic dude and that black kid or whatever.
No.
That was ridiculous.
Latino.
That's so
Yeah.
ridiculous how they blew that out of proportion for like weeks on
With
end.
the Jewish last name.
They were
Jewish last
yeah,
name.
and they were like, "Oh yeah, he was black. It's black and white." They were like, "It's black and white."
hate crime.
Yeah,
Oh.
hate crime, black and white. Yep. No.
First he was a Latino.
It's ridiculous. He was
Yep.
Latino, and then they were like, "Oh, he's white now."
I know.
Yep.
And he's this age. Like they lied about the kid's age. Oh, this 12-year-old kid walking home. No, he was 18, dude.
He was.
Yeah, I was
18.
like,
No,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
They said he was 16 at one
thought he
time.
was
At 12,
17.
he was 17 or 18. Like that kid could have been some gangbanger. You don't know.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's the thing, dude. Like you don't
maybe
know.
the dude was protecting for his life. Who knows?
Well,
like
he had cuts on the back of his head.
yeah, like he
You
wasn't
know-
getting stabbed or something. Who
You know,
knows?
well, no.
But the police told him twice not to follow the black kid.
Yeah, that was
So-
a stupid move on his
And
part. That was really stupid.
And he should have
So-
some type
He
of
should've
fine
listened.
or house.
Yeah, but it's
parole
more
or
than that.
something.
It doesn't matter. It's more than that. They're trying to make it
Yeah.
out to be a race war, so they put Americans against Americans. That's all it's about. So they can enslave us by instilling martial law and be like, the people are at rest. All right, Obama, you're king of the people now, and you just say whatever you say goes, and total control. Bullshit. Don't
Right.
fall for that shit. Don't fall for that shit. That's all I have to say. Like, don't fall into their trap. Like you were saying, gang violence. Let's get on to gang violence.
Like
I haven't
Like-
heard about that in a long time. So
Yeah, I
Dude,
know. I
I-
haven't heard any gang violence in a long
I-
time, honestly.
I worked
So
in a
this last time I
Project
was in the
8
fireworks.
housing complex. All these people were on Project 8. Most of them were black. But, there was white guys and whatever. But, like, even in this housing complex, there was this one guy who sat outside, was dealing fucking drugs. And you knew he was dealing fucking drugs. He sat out there all fucking day. And it wasn't warm out, dude. It was, like, near winter, getting really cold, And then there was a shooting there, a month afterward, and then there was another shooting. It was those ones up in Uniontown that you were hearing about. And it's like, you guys all live in the same, you guys, you all live in the same place. You're basically on the same fucking plane. Why can't you all get along? And it was like a 15-year-old shot like some kid who was even younger than that, and it was like an
Wow.
accident. And then there was another shooting that was like on purpose, but it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have to fight each other? Well,
No,
I mean,
like,
it's
whatever happened to like
in the media,
people
it's in
fighting
music.
like with their fists, not like
yeah,
getting
or
stabbed.
one-on-one.
Like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
well,
like no, I'm pissed off at you. Let's square up.
it's
and
because
I,
one
like,
guy's weaker than the other, so they have to use tools
well,
in
then
order to win,
get
and
the-
that's how
okay,
monkeys
then,
win.
yeah, like
You know what I
if
mean? That's in our
fought you
instinct.
And I lost. Yeah, I fucking lost. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, some people can't take the loss. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I got to kill that guy now." Like
No,
ridiculous.
like,
Take it to the
there's no
next
need
level.
for that.
Or like,
No,
"Oh,
fuck
let me get
that.
a knife or something." Yeah, you're that's just like showing how childish you are. Like, there's no reason to fight your neighbor. Everyone should unite against the one who's really oppressing all of us. We're all slaves. It's like I hate this thing like, "Oh yeah, only black people are slaves." No, everyone is a slave, bro. Everyone is a slave. If you're in America, you're a slave. You just don't know it.
Yeah,
Everybody
like,
needs to
dude,
unite.
Your job. You're like, really, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're
what are you doing to
basically
further
Trying
yourself?
to get by because you're either paying for
Did
your
you come-
car,
People
you're paying for something.
People need to realize
If you don't,
what
have
did
a
what
job,
did you come
you're
here to
basically
do?
screwed.
Like, did God put you here to work and not fucking do anything with your life or further yourself at all? You know what I mean? Did He put you here to just work every day and suffer? No, He did not. Like, or she did not. I don't believe that we were put on this planet to just work. I feel like we were put on this planet to evolve ourselves, and we're just being kept from that by higher powers, and it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no need for this. Like you realize that we either all evolve together or we don't evolve at all. So we all have to come together. So I like we were talking about those kids in Africa. I like how you brought into like caring about the world and like looking at the humans as everyone. You know what I mean? We are humans. We are not black and white. We are
No.
humans. We're a whole species.
Yep.
together.
Of course.
And Mother Nature is an organism that we're living on. You know what I mean? We are like,
Please. Preach it, bro.
like you are on the smallest,
Yeah,
the
you're
smallest particle that
you're
ever
like an
existed.
ant trying to understand the human.
Well,
like
yeah, not that, but you're like on the smallest particle, observing. Like we're observing the universe right now, but you're really observing the inside of yourself.
Yeah.
Because like, what's the easiest way to solve a puzzle? From the inside out.
Yep.
So you figure like, if we already advanced all the way to the future, we just came up with a machine to better understand ourselves and transplanted ourselves inside of it, because we want to understand everything. That's why we were created. We were created so the universe could understand itself, from the smallest building block to the biggest. You know what I mean? And we're on that journey right now. And all we have to do is remember. That's why we're here, to remember and to make this earth just a better place to live on, to evolve on, to come back to, if need be. You know what I mean? This is like people. I looked at it at Earth as a test before, but now it's more like a game. Just a game that we wanted to do. Like you figure you're in like you like strategy games, and well, I do. I like strategy games and tactical games and like figuring stuff out. Like human beings like to figure stuff out.
Please.
We like to figure stuff out. We like to learn. If you don't like to learn, then you aren't admitting like you're a human being. You're still an ape if you just want to fucking party and beat shit off and like beat like a hammer off the wall. You're still an ape. You're still an animal. Like evolve beyond that. We are so much more than that. Like that's why I believe that we are apes crossed with something else. You know what I mean? And I can't state what that is, but this biological machine that we're contained in is like, I don't know. It's everything. It's all the animals in one plus something else that makes us super intelligent. Like on Civilization 5, what is it like? If the mind was simple, we'd be simple.
Yeah, it was
too simple to understand it.
Yeah, if the brain was simple to understand, we would be simple. You know,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Speaking of Civilization,
Speaking
great
of,
game.
we need to get into some games.
Oh, yes. I would like to get. What do you want to get into?
Monaco is
All right.
mine.
Monaco is mine.
Oh, Monaco, yes.
No, actually, I don't want to talk about that,
Oh
but
my
I'm just.
god,
Yeah,
it's gonna
that-
be amazing.
It's,
though,
it's
dude.
gonna be amazing
It's
when we
gonna be
play
good.
it.
You guys gotta look up Monaco.
We're just gonna tease you on that.
Steam.
But I have, yeah, Steam it up. All right, I have 3 things I want to get into
All right.
Miss-
Mr.
this-
Computer over there.
in this discussion.
What do you got to bring to the table, there,
First,
sonny boy?
first, we need to talk about The Walking Dead.
Oh, the game.
Oh,
you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
We need to talk
I
about
thought
The
it was
Walking Dead.
absolutely brutal and dramatic and honestly cinematically just amazing
It is.
and enthralling.
It is.
I've watched.
It's not
yeah.
a game. It's not a movie. It's not a TV
It's
show.
not Drake's Fortune.
It's an experience.
Yes, it's not Drake's Fortune where you watch yourself play.
And
You
it's
don't really
so
play.
good because there's so much character development. Like 90% of the game is like dialogue, honestly, but it's all
Yeah.
it's not pointless. All your decisions are like held against you. Like the game adapts to your decisions. But it doesn't adapt to your decisions in a way that like it'll change plots. It adapts to your decisions in a way like you guys played Star Fox, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any Star Fox.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know how like the map screen when you're like going to it, it like branches out like this and then it goes back in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how the game works plot wise. Like every decision you make branches out into another whole different thing. But
Yeah.
at a certain point, they
It
all
comes back together.
all comes back together in the end. You know, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
it all
the
has-
universe, right?
Right. It all has to end in the same way. But seriously, this is one.
All has to.
It's one of the best games I've ever played. I don't even want to call it a game. I call it an experience.
I feel
And
that.
everyone needs to experience it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you're talking about life right now,
It-
and not that game.
I'm talking about this game because it makes me think about life this way. You know what
Nice.
I'm saying? Because like it's just so
Different
good.
perspective of
The
how life is.
Because
Just
you
changes-
really get into
changes
this
it.
game, man. You really like. You're just like, dude, this fucking sucks. Because it's much like the Walking Dead comics. Not the movie. Not the TV show. Fuck that shit. But it's much like the comics in which it's so fucking unforgiving. It's so unforgiving.
It's like rescue this person or kill this person. Like seriously, that's all.
every
you get.
decision.
Cut this dude's leg off or shoot him in the head. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. Every decision is a rock and a hard place, and it's just like, what do I do? But it's so fucking good, dude. It got Game of the Year by USA Today, Wired, Game Radar, and Xbox, the official magazine.
Wow.
Even though Xbox, the official magazine, when they first reviewed it, only gave it a 79.
Until they
I didn't
played
like
it
Xbox.
through.
Xbox
Yep.
Magazine wasn't really a credible source. Game Informer, I go for all my.
They're not a credible source either.
Really?
For certain.
Yeah.
If you want to go for a game review, honestly, go on YouTube. If
Yeah.
Total Biscuit, Angry Joe, Jesse Cox, there's quite a few reviewers
Yeah,
out
there's
there.
a
If
lot
there's
of
someone
people.
who doesn't have like a 20-minute video on it, that like it's not 9 times out of 10 it'll be a first impression or it'll be a full-blown review. But if it's a first impression, if you watch it for 10 minutes, you'll understand if I should buy this game or
Yeah.
I want to play this game or not. It's really that simple because you just judge on how much fun they are having. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can that's why I love YouTube because you can see everything. It's not like someone telling you like typing you a message or something. It's like you can see like
oh, please.
wow, that looks fun.
Oh, please. Like, when Total Biscuit first played XCOM, that's what got me so much into the series. He was like, okay, I'm going to be truthful right now. I've played XCOM for 90 hours already. the game's only been out for like 128. So, and I was just like, I gotta buy this game.
Lies.
I gotta buy, dude. Go watch his review,
Oh
man.
yeah, I've watched them. It's great. I watched him fight.
When
Angry
Total
Joe.
Biscuit geeks out over a video game,
Like,
I'm just like, this is the game I need to
know.
buy. FTL, what else? XCOM. There's quite a few. Frozen Synapse. Dude, there's a lot of games that he just geeked out over that I just have to buy.
What about new XCOM?
New XCOM, The Bureau, Declassified.
Yeah, how's that looking? I mean, I've seen
The
some
plot is very
screenshots.
interesting. The plot's very interesting because it's like, I don't know. It's set in the United States. Originally, the plot was supposed to be in 1954. They moved it to 1962. And you play a special agent, of course you do. William Carter, and he's part of the U.S. Bureau of Strategic Emergency Command. And that's basically the first XCOM. This game is the secret origin story of XCOM, and XCOM is the extraterrestrial command unit thing.
Oh, so it's not extraterrestrial in that game, or
It is, but it's the first contact.
Oh, okay.
And it happens.
Oh, so it's like the dude that like builds all this.
But
shit
here's the thing: it
for us.
happens in a tucked away town in the middle of the Midwest in the '60s. So news didn't travel out of this town ever, and that's why the XCOM people don't even know about this origin story. Like they think XCOM was created in the '80s, not the '60s.
What?
Yes. Like, even, like, this predates, everything, and it's tells the origin story of the origin of the origin. Like, it's so, the story is so declassified that, the people who created XCOM don't even know about this.
Wow.
Like, their superiors put the idea into their head. You know what I'm saying? Almost.
I have no idea what you're talking about. but
Okay.
we'll move on.
Is it going to tie it into Roswell?
That's
Or
what people
Aurora,
are
or,
speculating.
like, some of those.
That's what people are speculating, that you might go tackle those sites, and it's going to explain like what actually happened at these sites,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then-
that's why the XCOM unit was created in the
That-
80s. Because
yeah,
First
that's why
Contact, I think, was
yeah.
1989.
When was it in our universe? The 60s?
Well, Roswell
the new
happened
game.
in what was that? 64.
Yeah, it was something like that. I feel like it was in the 60s.
Oh no, the first XCOM is set in the near future, 1998.
Wait, that's
Wait,
Bureau?
The near future.
yeah. Well, the game came out in 1995. There's something happens in Japan, and there's like a crisis. December 11th, 1998. I guess that's when
What game is this? Is this
XCOM.
Is that the first XCOM or is that the Bureau? The new one coming out.
This is the first XCOM.
Oh, okay.
The Bureau, like I just said before, is in 1962. It's the origin story of XCOM, of the whole XCOM. I want to talk about IGN and what they just released, the top 100 video games of all time. Of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time. Top 100 video games of all time.
Really?
There's some interesting things on here.
Some interesting picks that you'd be like,
Yeah. Do you guys want to do like top 30?
Yeah, top 30. That's all I really care about.
All right, let's do top 30.
Top
all right.
25. Top 30.
All right, we'll do
Yeah.
top 30. Halo number 30.
Halo 1?
Halo 1 Combat Evolved.
I thought they'd be higher on the food chain.
Why it made the list. One of the few games in history, the industrial Well, it made people go out and buy Xboxes, that's why.
Yeah.
yes.
I was just
Yes, it
gonna
did.
say.
GoldenEye 007 for the N64. Fuck yes.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
That put
Oh,
first-person
yeah.
shooters on the map.
Oh, it was amazing. Get that golden gun and just
If you
murder
didn't
people.
have N64 and GoldenEye,
Go
You-
fuck
you
yourself.
didn't
go
live.
fuck yourself.
You didn't live.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Go fuck your mother. Half-Life 2.
Good game. I did not.
Not
play
better
it. I
than
watched
not
people
better
play
than
it.
GoldenEye.
Half-Life 2. Story of Half-Life is amazing. We need to go to that someday. Burnout 3 Takedown.
Oh yes, yes, the best racing
Yes,
game ever
it
invented.
was
on
good.
PS2.
The best racing game ever invented.
Yeah.
Like that's all I have to say. Like they went so far with it to where you could just wreck people, and it was
Oh,
actually
so
fun.
amazing.
It was fun to play. It's
That
not
is
just
a-
like,
that-
oh, you can barely get hit.
That was a good game,
It's
honestly.
fucking dude. You'd launch people into the air and they'd fly and fucking
Oh,
hit
please.
billboards and shit. It
I
was
was gonna
awesome.
say, was that the one where
Fucking
you
awesome.
could like go into oncoming traffic, or was
yes.
that the one?
Yeah, you could go into
No,
oncoming
I like-
traffic and then to go back and then smash people.
Well, no, I like the one where you couldn't like take a head-on hit.
Yeah,
Like, you
that-
could take
yeah,
all,
that-
you could come up behind people and like bash them.
Yeah,
and
that was like
shit.
3.
Okay, was
I
that
think.
3? Because there
Yeah.
was one where it was like it did
There's
not matter.
one. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It didn't matter. You could hit cars from behind, but you couldn't hit them from in front.
Well,
and
there
that
was
was the
one
coolest.
where you could hit ones in front, but
Wow.
it kind of slowed you down. It
Really?
was like,
Really?
yeah,
I don't remember that.
I think it was like
No, there wasn't.
I wanna
that
say
one.
it
you
was
could
like
hit only
2.
ones in the back. Oh,
'Cause
maybe
I-
2, but
there was
3.
one that was like fucked up.
3, I think,
But
is the one where
You
you hit.
are thinking about Flat Out
Is
Yeah.
that okay? That's a different game.
because Burnout and Flat Out are now the same game.
What?
Okay, that's okay. That makes
Yep,
it,
because
Well, they ruined Burnout anyway when they went to Paradise. It's like garbage.
well, Burnout was owned by EA and Flat Out was owned by THQ. And when THQ went under, EA bought most of their franchises, and they got the Flat Out series and Burnout, and now it's in the Need for Speed series.
yeah, they
there's
ruined
no
that
more
game
Burnout
for me.
games.
They ruined
Yeah,
that game
Need
for
for
me.
Speed. I do not buy it anymore.
Burnout 3, go buy it. Like old school. It's amazing.
26.
Fucking amazing. Probably
Game
get it for
26,
$5.
Final Fantasy 2, a.k.a. Final Fantasy 4.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good
Tasty.
pick.
If Final Fantasy 4 is on this, you know Final
I was
Fantasy
just
6 is
gonna
on this
say-
list.
I was just gonna say,
Not 7, 6.
we're gonna see at least one more Final Fantasy.
There
game
should be
in
at
here,
least
sure.
2 more, dude. At least
Really,
more.
2 more?
I don't know.
honestly.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Honestly.
Baldur's Gate 2.
Oh, yes,
That
I
game
love
is
it.
amazing.
I
Never
love
played
it.
it.
Baldur's
What is it about?
Gate 2.
What is it about?
Oh, so good, so good.
It was a game like Torchlight,
Yeah, it was like
Oh.
Torchlight,
but like Diablo.
yeah, it was like you.
But
had
Baldur's Gate is in the Forgotten Realms universe, and Forgotten Realms is a spin-off of D&D.
yes.
Wow.
It was a very good game though.
That's
like,
deep.
It's not a spin-off. It's just Forgotten Realms is like a story within
Yeah, it was
a D&D
kinda
universe.
its own thing.
Because there's Forgotten Realms, and then there's a whole bunch of different like series of D&D shit.
I played that shit with Josh. I remember playing that.
Oh yeah, there's Forgotten Realms, and there's also
There's the first one.
There's Planeswalker.
I
That's
was
the
gonna
other
say, wasn't there Dark Alliance? And
There's also
Baldur's Gate.
one.
Dark Alliance.
Well, Baldur's Gate's the game, but there's also
Oh.
Dark Alliance.
I thought there was like.
That's the third game.
Is that the third?
This
one?
is the second game.
Okay.
Because this came out in 2000.
All right, what's up next?
Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES, 1991. The first football game.
That was
good football
1
game.
year after I was born, so
Wow.
I can't say I was played
Yeah.
that.
Super Mario 3.
Amazing. Wait, is that the one with the where you get the
raccoon
That
suit.
raccoon suit? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Where you could
Yeah.
fly with the tail? Yeah. I would
Yeah.
have voted that up
Not
there.
the cape, the tail.
Yeah, the tail,
Yeah.
bro. That was way better than
The
cape.
original Half-Life. at number 22.
Wow, both Half-Lives on
Yeah.
top 30.
Uh-huh.
That's ridiculous.
And Deus
Somebody
Ex.
likes Half-Life.
The
Wow,
original
Deus
Deus
Ex.
Ex.
The original I've never played.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've never played that one.
They're on the list because of the story, not because
Yeah,
of
Deus
like,
Ex has an
essential
amazing
gameplay.
amazing story.
Miss Pac-Man, 1981.
Yeah, that definitely has to be on the list. Just like the original Donkey Kong, that better be on
the
that
original
list.
Metal Gear Solid for
Nice.
PlayStation.
I like that pick.
Whose footprints are these?
What?
What?
What? Exactly.
What was that noise?
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh god, I can't believe I just got. Yeah, all right. Ico,
You just got guarded, bro.
Ico, number 18.
Ico?
Ico.
I think I heard of that game.
It's
What's
a
that about
PlayStation
again?
1 game.
Oh yeah, I know.
from
It's
2001.
where you
I
protect
don't
that girl
know.
or whatever when you
Yep.
have that sword. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It
Oh,
came with the
yeah,
Shadow
yeah,
Colossus.
yeah, yeah.
Shadow Colossus better be on that list. I don't.
Yes.
It better
That
be
is
on
a
that
very
list.
good game.
That game is amazing.
Ico's definitely better, and it's
No
in
way.
its place for
No
sure.
way. Ico is not better.
Well,
than
it's
Shadow
on this
Colossus.
list, but we're doing top 30, and Ico's definitely ahead of it.
Shadow Colossus is better than Ico.
Star Control 2, a game I've never actually heard of. The first game I've never heard of on this
Never
list.
heard of it.
Star Control.
Star
2.
Control 2.
That guy is a hardcore gamer. Whoever wrote this list for IGN.
Well, it's
Old school gamer.
well. I mean,
It's
from
this is
all
a
together.
legit list. This
Yeah,
is a
this is
legit
Yeah, it is.
list.
It is. It is.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yep. I knew
Nice.
Castlevania would be
PlayStation
on there.
2.
So sick.
Yes.
Super Mario Kart on the
Of
N64.
course.
Oh, Vegeta, you're going to be happy about this.
Oh, what?
Rome Total War.
Uh-oh.
Rome Total War 2 is coming out very, very, very soon.
Dude, is that what you used to play in math class? What'd you play in math class? In high school?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Rise of Nations.
Just jealous.
Yep,
Playing
all
Rise of
day.
Nations.
Oh, here we go. Number 13. Oh, dude. Number 13 and number 12 is just like, oh, it's so ironic. Number 13, Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number
Better be.
13. So amazing.
Wow.
Definitely one of the best games of all
Oh, yeah.
time.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Graphics mean nothing.
Number
but
12.
Story is amazing.
Number 12, you're going to love this. XCOM Enemy Unknown, the original from
Wow.
1994.
Nice. Nice. We were just talking about it.
Yeah,
It
I was
better be
just
on
gonna
there.
say,
Better
we
be
were
on
Yep,
just
there.
1994
talking
was a
about that.
memorable year.
Yeah, this guy has an appreciation for what started
He's
gaming.
talking about the Ace of Base song when he's like Ace of Base and XCOM go hand in hand. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past
Nice.
is number 11.
I like
course
Majora's
it is.
Mask.
A Link to the Past is way better.
What, is that the one where you're a little kid and shit? And you,
No,
I don't know.
that's the one on Super Nintendo that you probably never played.
A Link to the Past?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably never played it.
Yep,
I don't
it's
think I
really,
played it.
really good. Number 10, and here we go. Heavy hitters. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Super Metroid on the NES.
Wow.
Dirty.
The original Metroid.
Started it all.
Started it all. And that was, such a good game. Okay. Number 9, Star Wars TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighter?
Just
really?
TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
I don't
This
think I
guy put it
played
on
it.
9. I don't think I would put that one.
It put simulators into a whole new level because it was the best simulator game out at its time, and it was a Star Wars game about fucking piloting a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2,
Nice.
number 8.
Nice.
Definitely.
Who did you use on Street Fighter, bro?
Me?
Yeah, were you?
Fuck, dude.
I was like,
Vega, the dude with the claw and the mask.
oh, nice. I've never seen anybody use that guy. I used the dude with the long arms. That stretchy dude.
yeah.
He'd be like, wah.
Yeah.
Or that Claude dude.
I was.
I was just saying the dude with the claw.
No,
The
the
green
big,
and
no,
the
that
red
green
dude.
and red dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
him.
The green dude
Yeah, that was like.
Oh, Blanca.
Yeah, Blanca.
from Brazil.
Yeah.
He was the dude that got like the mutation experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
He was from Brazil.
Crazy.
Go Cigano, go Brazil. Number 7, StarCraft, the original. Interesting.
Never played
Wait,
it. so.
StarCraft the original?
The original StarCraft.
Oh, love it.
I love-
Absolutely love it, dude. It's so good. I played that game for 100 hours straight. Like, not straight, but back to back to back to back to back. days. It's just so good to build your army and be like, destroy,
Oh, I know.
command, fucking. It's just sweet. All right, next.
Number 6, Sid Meier's Pirates. 1987. Never played it,
Never played
Never
it.
played it.
but Sid Meier made it, so boom.
It must be
Boom.
good.
Boom.
Super Mario 64. Number
Oh,
5.
absolutely,
Of
absolutely. We
course.
were just talking about the other day with Bean on the
Mm.
podcast.
I know, so
Dude,
good.
Super Mario 64.
Such a good game, dude.
So
Sid
good.
Meier's Civilization 2. Number 4.
All these top 10s are like, go out and play this and buy this if you haven't already. You know
Sid
what I mean?
Meier's Civilization 2.
Dude, 5 is so good.
Oh, yes.
5 is so good. I'm just like,
Never
Mm.
played 2, but
who? Never played it either.
no.
What else?
Sid Meier
What else
must
we
be
got?
good.
Brian,
Tetris
for what? Number
3.
3. Tetris?
Tetris.
It's one of the most
Yeah.
played games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for
like
sure.
of all time.
Yeah.
So,
Ever.
I mean, yeah, but I guess if
Yeah,
you're
but
going yes, but no.
Yeah,
The Legend of Zelda.
That should be on a classic games
Yeah,
list.
that should be.
They
like
should have did a classic games list
list,
and then like a nowadays,
games
like
with a
millennia,
story,
the
you
new
know?
millennia edition and the old edition, like
you know,
before 2000 and after 2000.
you know,
That's
like
all I'm saying.
Kirby, like Donkey, like the original Donkey Kong.
Oh
like
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
Kirby. Oh
Like,
yes,
yeah, stuff
please.
like that. You know,
Kirby's
Kirby and
amazing.
Dreamland.
Frogger.
Oh, Kirby's so good, dude.
Son,
Oh,
I'd mix that
check
fire and
yourself
that rock,
before you wreck yourself.
fire and that rock, and be like, wow.
That was
Fuck
Kirby
it up. Or the
64.
lightning.
I love Kirby.
That was Kirby 64.
Was it?
Fun.
Oh
Yeah.
well, that's
I
what I was
love
talking about the whole
Kirby.
time.
Yeah. All right. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time at number 2.
Amazing, amazing. But
Nerding
Majora's
out
Mask
right
is
there.
better than Ocarina.
No.
Ocarina.
Aqu-
of Time.
Aquatine.
Ocarina.
Ocarina of
Aquatine.
Time.
Hunger Force.
Of Time.
Amazing, amazing
Such
show
a
right
good-
there.
Nice.
So funny. What's number 1?
Number 1.
Ba-dum-bum.
Super Mario Brothers, 1985. It saved video games as it is today, because if it wasn't for that game, we would not be playing video games right now. Because it came out 2 years after the great video game crash of 1983.
Dude, that game. Yeah, you
And it
can't. You can't.
revolutionized
Yeah,
video games.
That's definitely a number 1 for sure.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Switch topics.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about writing, art, and reading? Like what
what do you mean?
how do they benefit mankind? You know what I mean?
In
like
every
I
way.
believe.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
The
like,
fuck?
Do you write? Do you do art or do you read? Or
I
do you
do
do all
not-
3 or do you
I
do
do not do
any of
art.
them?
I guess I don't really like write, really. But
You should
know.
definitely write. It is like a freeing experience where you get to connect with your subconscious self.
Yeah, but like write what?
Just anything, like a poem or a song or anything. It can turn into anything. Just write from your subconscious. Just write what you feel. Write a story about some character, and then it'll relate back to you some way. It's a tool
I
for
mean, like,
helping
I-
understand yourself more
I've
deeply.
been really fucking around on my guitar more, but
yeah,
I,
that's
like,
good too.
that-
Yeah,
that's
You just
really
gotta
what
create.
I've been doing.
create. Yeah, humans have to create. It's why we're here. What about reading? You know, there's a reason why you always read on video games to increase your
Yeah.
intelligence. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, just
I've
reading
been wanting
alone.
to go out and buy a shit ton
Dude,
of books.
books are
like,
great for the like they're so
there's a-
underrated, but they're so great for the
like
imagination.
go back through
Amazing.
Joe Rogan and pull out all
Yes,
his
yes,
plugs
yep.
and be like, okay, I have like a $200 like
Yeah.
spending limit.
There's more
here.
than that probably.
Oh yeah,
He's got a lot of good books that
But,
are
I mean,
recommended. but
Dude,
I'd
there's
only
a lot
be
of
ones
books
that
out
I'm
there
into.
already.
yeah.
I
There's
would-
a bunch
I
out
mean,
there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just go to those there's like half price books that buy them all, and you just go up there and they're like $2 a piece and
Right.
shit, real cheap. Like, I don't know, books are.
I mean, you just have to go out and get what you want. Like when
Yes,
I
exactly.
first started, like
not what somebody else wants, what you want.
I
go
first
get your
first
reviews
started
first.
getting into reading when I was like 16, and like when I first like got into it, like I was just like, all right, well, I just need to go out and read things that like people were supposed to read. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So the 3 books I bought was Treasure Island, Frankenstein, and 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You know,
Yeah.
like those novels are timeless and fucking 250 years old.
Yeah, there's a reason why people are like amazing.
Still reading them.
Yeah, still reading them today. So
Exactly.
yeah, you go on the basics first, and then you find your own path in reading,
Well,
as in everything.
Here's a subject on reading. What do you think? what should you buy? Should you get these e-books now? Should you get like
Get the fucking book, dude.
Don't
like
do
don't
not
actual
do not
paper?
have someone read
No,
the book
no.
to you.
I'm not talking about the audiobooks. I'm talking about
Get
like
an actual book.
if
dude.
you can have like
Get an
a
actual book.
Kindle or
Get an
whatever
actual book.
that
Yeah, go out
you
to
can
my
because
like,
you'll have that forever. That
Yeah.
Kindle will sit there with one thing, but it's
Yeah.
way cooler to have
As soon
a
as the
that
battery's
battery's
thing
dead.
yeah. As soon as
Yeah.
the battery's dead or like it breaks, it's like, oh, all my books are gone. Oh well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how about I bought these books and I have them forever and I can cherish them and give them
Please.
to people instead of being like, oh, these are all for me. You can't read my books. They're on my Kindle. Sorry. You can't borrow my books. It's on my Kindle. Stupid.
yeah.
But it's also saving paper, but I think they really don't give a fuck about saving paper, honestly. I see them people cut more trees down than they ever have.
Oh, yeah.
For those gas wells. It's all for the gas wells. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you wanted to get on green energy. Well, let's talk about
Yeah.
gas wells, how they're destroying, like, America. They're destroying, like, the blood of the earth, which is oil and natural gas, and, like, making pressure pockets in the earth to where it's, like, the plates are rubbing up against each other and causing earthquakes, or going to cause earthquakes and natural disasters. Like, if you're a scientist at all, the first thing you get from, we're taking all this stuff from inside the earth is like, hey, why is that stuff there in the first place? You know what I mean? It's not there to be taken out. I'm pretty
Right.
sure.
It's there for a reason.
I'm pretty sure it's there to keep harmony in the shifting of the plates underneath us. And if you just want to fuck that up, then by all means go ahead. But you see all the like damage from it. The woods they just tear down, they rip down absolutely everything, get all the money from the trees, and then they just have spills and
And
dump
it's
their shit
nobody
wherever
from,
and all
like-
this chemicals. Like they don't
Well,
care. I've been on a site.
dude,
They dump
everybody-
chemicals over a hillside if they want. Like it's ridiculous.
Everybody on
They're watched.
almost everybody on
Kidding
those
me.
sites are from like Texas, Oklahoma.
Speaking of
They're
Texas,
just a
what
bunch
about
of
the
drunks,
garbage?
dude.
The garbage in Texas, or the garbage in the Pacific Ocean?
Oh
It's the
my
size of Texas.
god!
Yeah.
It's making its way to California.
And people are like, oh, we need to save the rainforest. No, you need to save our ocean. You know what I mean? It's like that is the water that's giving life to the whole
Well, you know
planet,
what,
or
dude?
something like
Thank
that.
God.
You know?
Well, you know what? Thank God it's fucking coming here because at least now we'll fucking clean it up.
No, it's coming to California.
Yeah, at least somebody. Well, like you,
It's coming to
United-
America. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
You know,
somebody
now
will clean it
we'll
up.
have to clean it up, and
Yeah.
we'll say, "Okay, guys, we fucked up. Now we really gotta clean."
Well, I hope so.
You know,
I mean-
yeah. Thank God, at least we're and it didn't float up into like the Arctic or somewhere, and we were just like, "We lost it, guys."
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
disappeared." It isn't in my neck of the woods. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's
you know?
fucked up. Especially like
No.
that big of
Like,
shit,
dude,
like that much
I was
garbage.
talking to like fucking dipshit. He threw something out. I was like, "Why the fuck would you do that, dude? You're in our neighborhood. Like, why the fuck?"
Oh,
would
you mean
throw
threw
like-
something out on the
like
ground?
on the ground, like littered on the
Yeah.
street? I was like, "Dude, that's fucking ignorant. What's your fucking problem?" And he was like, "Oh, da 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 da," and said kind of like nothing about it. And then like a day or two went by, and he was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I felt bad because you know what? When that wind was blowing like yesterday, I saw all this trash blowing and go, man, this is fucking disgusting." And,
And
then I
then-
just
and then-
remembered you
yeah.
yelling at me.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were like, "Oh man, dude, I really fucked up." I was like, "Yeah."
Exactly. You're just
Like-
adding to the problem. What the fuck good is adding to the problem ever done? What is putting
There's
your
n-
head down and being like, I'm gonna do what that guy does, even though I know it's wrong. I'm gonna do that just because he did it. You know what I mean? That's like so stupid.
Like, dude,
we like
if-
act like
if
cattle
you clean
sometimes.
out
Just like,
in front
oh,
of-
follow,
If you
Yeah.
just clean
Please.
out in front of your house,
close your eyes.
you'll clean like if you live on a city block and you clean out right in front of your house and your neighbor does the same and he does the same to the right of you,
It's
everybody
contagious.
you know?
Yeah, it is.
If everybody cleaned the block that they lived on, you'd
We'd
have
have a clean world.
city.
We'd have a clean
Yeah.
world.
You'd have a city that just like cleaned up all of a sudden.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
should. That's
you
what
know-
it should be. Everybody should try to help each other. You should try to clean. This is what I get by like stop trying to better everyone else before you try to better yourself. Like people get in relationships or they
Even,
go outside
like-
themselves to try to fix the world, but they don't even know themselves. Like
Fix small shit first.
fix your fix the little shit.
Yeah,
and people
like-
will see that and that'll be contagious. You know what I mean? Like
You know, if you got a
doing
big,
good is contagious.
Yeah, if your life's like really fucked up You know,
Take it one
fix
step at a
little,
time.
Yep.
Little
Yeah.
tiny
It's
things
just like,
at
oh, I
once.
did this today. You know
Micro
what I
things.
mean?
It's micro things.
Yep. Fix
just little
little
steps.
habits, fix
Little
You
plateaus.
know,
Yeah.
little tiny things, and then all of a sudden, you like, look, I
Baby
fixed.
steps, son.
Yeah,
Just
look,
shift.
I fixed half of my problems
Yeah.
just by doing little shit. You know, it took a while, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's like, look at all that garbage
Look-
down by the road. I should go pick that up.
like, dude, I
And
clean
then you're
out
just like,
in front
nah.
of my house purposely, and like to show, like, look.
Well,
you know,
I mean, I go up and down my whole street, and I go up and down 88 and clean. Like, I've cleaned, like, garbage bags full. Just to,
Like, I
just to
would-
like, no, everybody that's passing me is never going to litter on that road again.
Yep.
Because they see me cleaning
Yeah.
it. They're just like, oh, I feel like a piece of shit.
Yep.
Good, you should.
Yeah,
Don't you
honestly.
dare throw that McDonald's bag out the window. Keep it in your fucking car until you get to a convenience store. Like, it's that simple.
or wait until you
That's-
get home.
Yeah, or something. Like, throw it out in a garbage can. That's why they're called garbage cans.
Yep.
Like, I
Yeah,
hate,
like-
like, even my brother was taught so early by just seeing adults throw trash on the ground. Now he just, like, leaves his wrappers everywhere. I have to, like, forcibly get him to throw stuff away just because everyone else is just like, huh, well, unwrap my cigarettes, throw the cellophane right on the ground. All right, take the bottom off, throw that on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
absolute disrespect. They're just like, oh, yeah, it's just cellophane, you know, just plastic. Like, ridiculous.
Yeah, like, and if you
It hurts,
just
dude.
curb,
It hurts. It hurts.
All you have to do is curb little things, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I didn't throw that out, like, isn't there a trash can nearby?
Or like, hey, there's this
Can't
gum.
I just
There's
throw
this
that
gum
in my
wrapper in my
pocket
hand.
for a second.
Yeah,
you
there's this
know?
gum wrapper in my hand. Do I want to throw it on the ground or just put it in my pocket? You
Or
know
just
what
keep
I
it in
mean?
my pocket until
It's
I
just
see a
that
trash
little.
can.
It's just that little
Yeah.
thing that'll change everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
Like,
little
oh, I have a
tiny
pack of
changes.
cigarettes. I just finished a pack of cigarettes. Can
Let
I
me
like?
just throw it on
Let
the
me, can I
ground.
just put it in my pocket instead of like throwing it out the
No.
window?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like just those little steps will get
I
people
don't know,
farther.
man.
Yeah,
I was
like,
I was always
I have
under the
hope in
impression.
people.
I was always under the impression. Fucking trash your car before you trash your fucking outside of your world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
want to throw something somewhere, throw it in your fucking back seat and forget about it for a couple days, and then pick it up when you go to look in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah, dude.
exactly. Stop trashing the world. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Trash something yours, and you'll see how fast it accumulates,
Yep.
and you're just like, fuck.
Wow, you're just like,
Yeah,
yeah, this
and
looks
then
like shit.
imagine
Yeah.
if
This
you
looks
would've
like shit.
thrown that
And then
out.
imagine if you're throwing
Yep.
it in the world and
Yep.
everybody just does
Yep.
that
Yep. It's
know
gonna
what I
look
mean?
like shit real fast.
real fast. Like it does. You go up long streams of like road and all you see is garbage, beer can,
Yep.
garbage, beer can,
Yep.
beer can.
Please.
cigarette butts
No,
littered.
a lot of beer cans, dude. There's a lot of drinkers in PA. People
Oh,
need to
yeah.
calm down with that shit. Like, stop drinking all the time. It's ridiculous. We have the highest DUI rate ever in any state. It's just because it's so, like, we're founded on like clubs and all this shit to go drink at for real cheap, and like we're founded on like going to the bars and like being steel workers and going to the bars after. You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Pittsburgh it really goes to. Like back in the day, they just go to the steel mills all day long, and then they go to the bars and get hammered. You know what I mean? And
Well, yeah,
people
they
grew
were
up like
working
that, saw their
15
parents do
hours
it.
a day or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they
They
were
saw-
working some crazy. You know,
And people saw their parents do that, and it evolved onto them, and then it evolved on the next thing. Just like cigarettes, you only smoke cigarettes because your parents did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you only smoke cigarettes. That child is only a cocky child because their parent is that way.
Yep.
That child is only evil or mean or this
Whatever.
way or whatever because their parents have put that into you literally
Yeah.
form a child is like a piece of clay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you
please,
literally
yeah.
form
Oh,
that
yeah.
kid to whoever
Yeah.
you are inside. And if you don't take enough care in your child from age 1 to 4, that's all it takes. 1 to 4. Like 1 to 4 is when they actually learn all the shit they need to learn. Everything else is just gaining on top of that. But learning their people skills and their hygiene and how to care about the world is all in 1 to 4. If you don't treat your kid with like love and respect and teach them right from wrong at that age, then they won't learn until they're
Yeah,
like
and-
25 and be like, oh wow, my parents never taught me this
Well,
was
even,
right
like,
and this was
the
wrong.
one thing
Just
that-
didn't care. Put me in front of a television.
don't talk to your kid like he's a baby. Don't baby
No, don't talk to your
him.
kid. No, don't talk to your kid like he's your buddy either.
Yeah, no.
Like talk to him like an adult. Like my dad talks to my little brother like he's his buddy. Like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, man, don't do that. Get out of there. Come on, let's do that. No, it's like get out. Like do this. Like you know what I mean. It's not that
Yeah.
pick up your garbage now. Like you don't have to be harsh or mean or anything, but just don't act like
yeah,
you
know,
can be a friend, but you got to be a parent when
You
you
just have
got
to
to
be
be a
stern.
parent. Yeah,
be
they
stern.
got to know who's boss.
Like, dude, even today, my
You
dad
don't
would,
hit them, but you fucking be stern.
my dad came home from the dentist's office, and all he could bitch about was these two girls that were just crying and screaming, and they were like 6 years old, 7
Wow.
years old. It's like, curb your fucking kid.
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't want to be an asshole and be like, shut the fuck up, do something like that. Like,
Yeah, but you could tell they were probably like fake crying or just be annoying
they
or
were
and shit like
bored.
that. Yeah.
They were bored.
They're just like, wah, wah, wah,
And-
wah.
Yeah, and
you're
she
just like,
ended up
and then-
taking one of them out, and
Yeah.
getting one to shut up, and then the other one kind of like got wise. But it's like, still,
It's still like your kid should
curb
not
your
be.
fucking
Your
kid.
kid should not be acting like that. Like acting out. That's just because you haven't taken enough time in that child to care. Just a
like,
little bit
oh,
more.
I'll
You know
just-
what I mean?
I'm just gonna.
I'll just let him cry.
I'm
I'll
just
let
gonna
him cry.
let him cry
Yeah.
until he's all done crying out, and I don't care.
That's the perfect plan. Just let him cry and let him. No, that is not the perfect plan.
Yeah.
no,
You
dude.
know what I mean?
If I would have
That's
done
that attitude. You just be like, stop
Oh,
that.
I've gotten like
Obviously,
I've
I've
watched
never
my
had a kid,
sister
but, you know.
like
Please.
talk to my father like she was I think she was like maybe 13, 14 years old, and she like got up in his face and was talking like man, and my dad just slapped her right across the fucking mouth.
Wow.
She was talking tough to him, and
How old is she?
she was only like 13, 14
Oh, okay.
years old.
All right.
But he, just slapped her right across the mouth, and he's like, you'll fucking, check
Yeah.
your tongue with me
Well, I
next
mean,
time.
yes, exactly.
And it was
Parents, yes.
It was like, like, the look on her face was priceless, and I'm just like, sitting there like, you're
Yes.
a dipshit. Like, I'm 7 years younger than you, and you don't know this? Like, come on. Like,
You don't get a tone with Pat. You don't get a tone
no,
with
you
Pat.
don't get, you get a tone with Pat once the door's closed.
Yeah.
And she slammed her door. Guess what? That door came off in like 10 seconds.
What?
He went right downstairs, screwdriver and hammer, just went clink, clink, boom. Door came right off. And she's like, you can't do that. And he goes, why? And she was like,
Yep.
it was like, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. He
that's
goes,
the way you
this is
got it.
my door. You will not slam my door. And
Yeah.
it's like, ooh,
Kids,
Ooh.
well,
and I'm sitting there just
I
with
feel
the
like
big,
kids are rebellious,
big
dude.
smile on
Yep.
my face, just
Yep.
watching
Yep.
this like, oops.
Yep. Like someone
Like-
just got arrested by the cops.
Yeah, somebody
Someone just got pulled over in front of you, and they want you to be a witness, and you're just like front row watching it all, and just like teasing, like, "Oh yeah,
Yep,
this
he's
nigga's-
resisting,
this
officer.
this mug's going down, down."
no, but dude, that's
Oh,
how you
man.
gotta be with
Yeah.
children because at one point they test your
Oh, yeah,
ability
you have
to be an adult.
stern.
You know what I mean?
There
They
is
test
points
your
in times
yes,
where you have to be the bad guy. Like,
yes, you have
kind
to be.
of, but you're not the bad guy.
Yeah, it's like
dude.
hey, I whapped you on the ass because you were talking back, but let's go out for ice cream. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like learn from your mistakes. That's what
Yeah.
parents have to teach like kids. Like you
Yeah.
don't know everything. My brother and little kids think they know it all. Like no, I don't need to do that. I don't need to eat this. No, no, get away from me. No, don't do that. It's like just listen to advice. Like I don't know. Kids
Yeah.
are just rebellious. We just have this
Well,
rebellion
yeah.
in us.
Well, you
People
think
do.
once kids get to like a certain
And then the
age,
system breaks
they
them.
kind of think like, I think kids once they get to like they're almost like, how old is your
5.
brother? So has he gone to kindergarten yet? or-
No, well, he's in preschool right now.
Okay, but he kind of like he gets.
He
the
knows
gist.
interactions between people, yeah, and he
Does
knows how to be
like,
respectful.
What's he know about like math and like stuff
Nothing
like that?
really, nothing. He
Does he know
barely
how
even
to-
knows how to read. No,
Okay, so he barely knows how to read and stuff like that.
yeah,
But he still knows how. Like he can hold fluid conversations.
yeah,
you know,
kind of.
like-
Not fluid conversations.
Yeah, learning how to read's the like end of kindergarten, start of first grade.
yeah.
yeah.
First,
Well, the
first grade is learning how to read.
Well, I thought they were
'Cause I guess I
accelerating
went-
things
I went to.
today.
I know.
Well, I'm
I
sure
think
they
I
are,
was
but
in
when I
first
was in
grade
school.
or kindergarten when I was 5 or something like that. I
Well, yeah,
can't remember.
kindergarten was 5. First grade was like 6. Well, that's what it was for me anyway. But yeah,
I
first
don't know.
grade is you learn how to read. Second grade is you learn how to do math. Third grade is you're learning about like history. Like fourth grade is like more focused about science, and then fifth grade is bringing all that shit that they've focused on
back into one.
back into one, getting you ready for middle school to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because like each grade is just like a complete refresher, and then you only learn new shit right at the end of the year.
Yeah, but
I don't know if you ever realized that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like.
Because math was the same
school.
every fucking year. It was the exact same until the end of the year.
I don't like public school.
Oh no, dude! I didn't like my teachers.
Because like you were doing,
my teachers
like you
were
learned times
pieces of shit.
tables.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have to deal with all
Times
those
tables
kids
was
all the
second.
time like that.
Times tables was second and third grade.
It takes a lot out of you dealing with all
Yeah,
those kids,
but-
especially when parents send their kids to
Especially
school to
one-
raise their kids.
Yeah.
Parents are like, oh yeah, I don't have to raise my child. I'll just send them to school, and I'll just send them to sports. But I won't raise them. I won't teach them any values of life. I'll let the coach do it.
First thing you learn
This
in
guy
school is
do
the
it.
Pledge of Allegiance. Please,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
the first thing you learn in school.
Yeah, that's horrible. It's horrible. Pledge of allegiance, like pledge under us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're already getting you started.
Yep. Already get. Well, they take away
Already getting you
everything that
started.
makes you a person and just turns you into a general human being. You know what I mean?
Say
All right,
it
how
every
long
day
have we
of the
been
day.
going? Because after
An
an hour. An hour?
Yeah.
All right, we turn after a pumpkin into a pumpkin after an hour, so we should like stop this for a second and take a break.
You think so?
Yeah, because that's here's the thing. I feel like that's what we should do. We need to go for an hour, come back for and do like at least another half to 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
So each
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
So each one's like equal, and it's not like a two-part. Well, it's a nice
it's
two-parter.
at least an hour and a half, no matter what.
Yes.
but it's
because all the-
minimum hour
yeah.
and a half, maximum 2 hours.
All right. Well, that sounds beautiful. Well,
Because we can't do this for
we'll
more
be
than an
back.
hour.
We'll
Because
be
I get
back,
antsy,
family and friends.
and
we'll be
we
back.
turn into a pumpkin.
We'll be back.